Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, I welcome you all to this video. This video is for the second chapter microwave engineering, and the topic just now we are covered, that is reflex klystron after the very popular two cavity klystron and multi cavity klystron as amplifier. Reflex klystron is working as oscillator to generate the microwave, and now in this video we shall be having a formulation with respect to the associated power and the efficiency of the device. So let us see the details. For formulation of the output power, we consider that maximum output will be generated by the reflex klystron. So what is the situation in which the maximum output is generated? That when the RF field associated with the gap spacing of the grids of anode cavity is at the retarding phase. So in that case, if the electron bunch is arriving at the gap spacing, the maximum output can be generated. Now, in the earlier video, with the help of the Applegate diagram, we have taken the cases of three electrons: the early electron, the reference electron, and the late electron. That are the accelerated electron, reference electron, and decelerated electron. So with respect to the reference electron, it is actually the center of the electron bunch. The transit time for the center of electron bunch we have formulated into the previous video. That equation we can use. So that equation was concerning to omega in the bracket T2 minus T1. So T1 is the time moment, it has left the gap spacing first of all, and T2 is the time moment after repulsion from the repeller electrode, it is coming back to the same gap spacing. So it was represented as omega into T0 dash. T0 formula for the dash we have already given. It can also be expressed as, in the bracket we mention, n minus 1 by 4 into 2 pi. So this is the optimum cycles that has been taken into the repeller space. The electron bunch is returning to the gap spacing. So this can also be written for the bracket term. We can write capital N 2 pi as it is, or we can write it as 2 pi small n minus pi by 2 here. Now here the assumption is that the magnitude of the RF voltage V1 will be very less than V0, the applied potential to the anode cavity here, and here n is any positive integer representing the cycle number, whereas capital N will be equal to small n minus 1 by 4. So this is number of cycles we can express here for small n and the capital N. Now if you get back to the structural diagram where we have seen the working operation of reflex klystron, that electrons are getting their direction reversed because of the high negative potential of the repeller electrode. So as compared to that of the working of two cavity klystron, the current here generated to the resonant cavity is having the negative direction here. So here we can represent. So the beam current for the reflex klystron oscillator will be denoted by, here we denote it as I suffix 2t, and it is equal to minus capital I0, the beam current due to the DC potential, minus there it will be the summation operator with the index term n is equal to n to infinity operated over twice capital I0 in multiplication to Jn of n times x dash. So Jn of n times x dash denotes the nth order Bessel's function, along with here we have the cosine for the square bracket having n in multiplication to omega t2 minus theta 0 dash minus theta g here. Now from this equation the fundamental component of the current can be given, and the fundamental component of the beam current I2 represented will be equal to minus beta suffix I into capital I2. So this will be equal to twice capital I0 beta suffix I J1 of x dash here into cosine of omega T2 minus theta 0 dash. So here the first order Bessel's function is represented with respect to the bunching parameter here. So in this equation, the theta g, the transit angle for the gap spacing, is neglected as compared to the theta 0 here. Now the magnitude of the fundamental current component can be denoted as simply capital I2 will be equal to twice capital I0 in multiplication to beta suffix I into J1 of x dash here. So I outline this particular formula. This formula will be helpful for solving the numericals with respect to the fundamental current component. Now, as our intention is to have formulation with respect to the output power, very first of all we shall be writing the input power. So the DC power that is supplied to the device can be denoted as P suffix DC will be simply the product of V0, the potential applied, and the beam current I0 here. So this one is also important. Then the alternating type of the power, the P suffix AC for the device, can be denoted as, this is the power delivered to the load, and it will be V1 capital I2 here divided by 2, and it will be V1 I0 capital beta suffix I into J1 of x dash, the bunching parameter here. The ratio of V1 to V0 can be given by V1 divided by V0. This is equal to twice x dash divided by beta suffix I in the bracket 2 pi n minus pi by 2. Finally, P suffix AC can be given as twice V0 into I0 into bunching parameter x dash into J1 of x dash divided by 2 pi n minus pi by 2. So I outline this equation for the power delivered to the load. Now we have equations for both the PDC and PAC. Now we can take the ratio of the two. So after knowing the output power, this ratio will give us the efficiency of the device. So we represent efficiency. It can also be denoted by the letter eta here, and it will be the ratio of PAC to PDC. So by the next step, in terms of the bunching parameter, the Bessel's function, we can express it as twice x dash in multiplication to J1 of x dash divided by 2 pi n minus pi by 2 here. So eta is equal to, this equation is also important and we can outline this. Now in order to obtain the maximum efficiency, as we say the previous equation, the efficiency is directly proportional to the product of bunching parameter x dash with that of the Bessel's function J1 of x dash. So if we have a graph of the bunching parameter x dash with respect to the product of x dash with its Bessel's function, we have the diagram. So in this diagram there will be this type of curvature. If onto the horizontal axis we have the bunching parameter x dash, and onto this vertical axis we have x dash in multiplication to J1 of x dash. So we obtain the maximum value of this product to be 1.25 when x dash is obtained at the value that is 2.408. So if you take only the value of J1 of x dash, it will be 0.52. So when we substitute these values to the previous equation, we can obtain the maximum efficiency of the reflex crystalline. Therefore, the maximum efficiency of the reflex crystalline can be given as eta suffix max. It will be equal to 2 in the bracket, the bunching parameter value 2.408 into J1 of 2.408 divided by 2 pi in the bracket 2 minus pi by 2. If we take the case, it will be equal to 22.7%. So this is the maximum efficiency for the reflex crystalline oscillator. So as in the generation of output power for the reflex crystalline, there are two potentials responsible. One, the potential V0 applied between the cathode terminal to the anode cavity, that is of reentrant type, and the another potential for the repeller electrode with the high negative potential denoted by V suffix R. The relation between the two can also be given. The formula is V0 divided by, here we have inside the bracket in the denominator, VR plus V0, the bracket is squared, and this is equal to 2 pi n minus pi by 2 bracket squared divided by 8 into omega square capital L square into E by m here. So this formula is also important. If all the parameters like charge of the electron, mass of the electron, the repeller space here, the omega square, the n value for the number of electron transit cycles into the repeller space are known, and one of the potential, either V0 or VR, is known, the another potential can be calculated. Now, as the major role has been there because of the repeller voltage in producing the oscillations into the reflex crystalline, we shall be plotting the graph between the output power delivered to the load and the repeller voltage. So here the repeller voltage VR can be plotted here. So we start at 0, then here we have 100, 200 for this marking, then we have 300, this is 400. So this way we can go up to 800, 900 and 1000 volts here. Correspondingly on this axis, if we take the output power, so let us denote it as P suffix OUT, so it will be measured in terms of milliwatts here. So that time for the different modes we shall be showing here. So very first of all, for the very popular mode, that is 1 and 3/4 transit cycles into the repeller space, we obtain the output right from 700. It will be started approximately, it will be going up to the 400 milliwatts. So this will be 300, this will be 200 and this is 100. So this will be the curvature for 1 and 3/4 cycle. If you have 2 and 3/4 cycle, it will be in between 200 to 300 and the amplitude will be up to the 300 here. So this will be the curvature. And if you take the case of 3 and 3/4 here, so that time it will be between 150 coming back to 100 and 200, and it may reach up to 200 milliwatts here. So this is the relation between the repeller voltage and the output power here. Similarly, the relation between the repeller voltage and the frequency of operation in the terms of gigahertz can be plotted. So here we write frequency into gigahertz here. So this value will be the maximum into the graph here, 10.04. This will be 10.02. This will be 10.00 for this marking. It will be 9.98. Similarly 9.96 we can have here. And accordingly, if the repeller voltage is varied nearby to the 100 here, we get the curvature with respect to the frequency like this. If we have the variations in between 300 and 400, so that time we get the curvature like this. And for the maximum side, for nearly 700 to 900, we get the curvature with respect to the frequency like this. So this way the output power efficiency with respect to the reflex klystron we have discussed. By the next lecture we shall be addressing the topic electronic admittance in the reflex klystron. So I hope you are definitely benefited by the knowledge we share for microwave engineering. For more information like this, you can subscribe to Ekeeda channel. Thank you.